Anything you want to make some transformation happen in life, it requires you to work towards it. Nothing happens to you by default.
Ask yourself a simple question is what is the one silver lining that can come out of this positive situation? Hello, people. Super excited to welcome you all once again to our web episode called Humans on Happiness. I'm super excited to have with me today a dear close friend, what I call as an actual happy human. And most importantly, he happens to be a fellow happiness coach, amongst many other things. But the most important part is, to us, to me, to you, he comes across as a very, very happy by nature human being. So, ladies and gentlemen, super glad, super happy to bring on board Clince Varghese all the way from Mumbai, India.
Woo! Thanks, CJ. Thanks for making me feel so special. First and foremost, I want to start by saying that I love your shirt. I wish I could just put my hands from the camera, pull off that shirt, and just rob that off you. I just love it. It just gives me a wide smile on my face when I see that. Second and most importantly, thanks for the kind introduction. I truly believe I am a happy human for two reasons. A, I feel that that's genetically embedded within me. Like it's the blessings of the parents and teachings of the teachers and support of the friends, of a lot of my friends, that keeps me stay happy. And B, keeping myself self-motivated towards being happy is an active part of my everyday life. So that's a very conscious part of not just an everyday life, I would say every moment of life rather.
Ladies and gentlemen, the episode today is about the power of positivity. Now, why are we talking about positivity? It's simply because positiveness or being positive is one of the most essential virtues of being happy. Why is being positive so important to be happy?
If happiness is a goal that you wanted to achieve, positivity is the way you can aim to achieve your goal. Positivity is more like an attitude for life. It's something where you constantly look at opportunities in everything, scientific facts of it. And now here's what it is. When you're optimistic, you are, a part of your brain releases what we know as endorphins, which is a happy hormone. Endorphin is directly associated with well-being. So when you're positive in a situation, or when you're optimistic in a situation, you are looking at the brighter side of how there is an opportunity in that situation. Where your attention goes, the energy flows. Why smiling is important. As you said, smile is an expression of what you feel or how you feel inside. But a smile can also reverse trigger how you feel inside as well. Clapping driven activity. So they say we have certain sensors in our palms, when collided against each other, helps release certain feel good hormones in the body. That's the science behind it. And if you also look at how, in the whole scheme of things of evolution, we've always associated clapping with something that is related to joy, happiness, or worship. We pray to God, we clap and sing to God.
You could either look at it like the way you said, adopt a positive attitude, or the other way to look at it is having that mindset. The question for the choice lies in your hands. How do you want to look at it? What were the 3 or the 5 things that you practice consciously to adopt positive mindset?
Always keep, others' interest before you. What I mean by that is, by adopting such a policy or working or integrating that as part of your everyday attitude, a lot of your social tiff that you have with your friends, families, colleagues, and otherwise, or people that you're surrounded with, that comes down drastically. How we feel is something that we can always pass on to people. When you are negative, you will see people around you also responding and reacting to you in that sense. The highest potential of human is not just to upgrade his or her life, but also to impact and influence others to upgrade their life. Don't give a poor man a fish because you will feed him for one meal. You'd rather teach him to fish so that he can feed himself or for a lifetime. But I feel the larger part of the opportunity is you teach him to teach people to feed to fish, because then you're training the trainer who can further go ahead and train way many more people to go and fish, and then now everybody knows to fish.
What can an everyday person do to be more positive? How do you stay away from these distractions, or how do you choose to remain positive through all of these distractions around you?
You need to practice positivity. The wake up routine includes, so as I say, gratitude is my attitude. I wake up, stretch my body, get my body activated, get my emotional and psychological routine set by thanking the world. And this is what I always do. As you know, I always say boom shakalaka, it's a beautiful day, as I always say. In my life, I think I would have already said that over tens of thousands of times. It's a tool that I have kind of used to remind myself, even on a day which is a very challenging day, I'm saying that it is a beautiful day, as I always say. All right, so this is how we do it, right? We push our hand back, pump it up and say boom shakalaka, it's a beautiful day, as I always say.
There is adrenaline being charged up and there is a smile on the face. These are again things as part of the whole science of how you can keep yourself happy or generate a certain sense of happy feeling. It's these things. It's that body action. It's that smile on the face.
In the whole scheme of the travels, I've realized that it's not that I got to know a lot more about the world, but I learned a lot more about myself. The real power of positive attitude, it enables us to look at every crisis situation as a learning opportunity instead of looking at it as something that pulls you down. What are the three most important things that one can do to stay positive?
Learn how to take a breath and learn how to be conscious in negative situations, right? And this works very, very powerfully. It takes a little bit of practice, but it works. When you're faced with a situation, before your mind goes into a negative thought process, which leads to negative reactions and responses, take a deep breath, kind of pull yourself physically and do this activity physically, like kind of step back, actually physically step back, take a deep breath, bring in a distractor, right? Whatever. I mean, it could be maybe just taking a walk coming back, or just turning away physically from the situation and just kind of thinking away, picking up your phone, whatever. Distract yourself away from that situation and ask yourself a simple question is, what is the one silver lining that can come out of this positive situation? So I call this strategy of take a deep breath silver lining, right? The silver lining in the cloud, to maintain what I call a positive journal. So at the end of the day or at the end of the week, think of some of the positive things that have happened, think of some of the negative things that have happened, and out of the negative things, draw out what positives may have been, right? And that is again going back to the same first strategy, helping you practice your positive mindset, because you're journaling it. And trust me, physically writing down, and all it takes is 3 minutes. You may not want to do it every night, though that's what we recommend. You may want to do it on a Sunday, changing your language, right? Make it, and this not only helps build you a positive mindset, but also contributes to you building a growth mindset. Our language also has a large impact on our thought process, right? So Clince, on that note, it was, as always, so enriching, invigorating and inspiring talking to VJ Clince, or happiness coach Clince, or Sai Baba Clince, whichever avatar we know you as Smiley Clince. And to end it all, the final thing we're going to say is, learn to have a positive mantra for yourself. And Clince's positive mantra, ladies and gentlemen, is boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka.
It's a beautiful day, as Clince and I and you always say.